is Ronan McCurtain. I'm the VP for Northern Europe at Acronis. First of all, today I would like to welcome His Excellency Mohammed Ghaith, who is the Director of Operations at Abu Dhabi Digital Authority. So, welcome His Excellency. First of all, it's great to be here. It's a really unique area and a special place in Acronis' heart. We've got many great partners here, and as I said, a really special place in Acronis' heart. I joined Acronis 2.5 years ago, and I was very lucky because I'm working in a business that's working in an industry that has a growing market sector and a growing market share. And we're bringing new solutions to the market at the moment, which will help you grow your market share and hopefully grow our market share. What does this mean to you? It allows you to bring great solutions to your customers that will make a difference to your customers. It will also reduce your churn. You'll be able to hang on to those customers a lot better, and ultimately you'll be able to make a lot more money. So today, first thing I want to do is introduce our mobile app. We have a mobile app which shows you your schedule, gives you a bit of bio on the speakers as well, and gives you notifications. Very, very important that we actually get feedback. At Acronis, we believe that actually feedback is the best way to improve. So we want to get feedback on all the actual sessions that we host today. And please do that after every session. Equally, it gives you an idea of the floor plans, but we also want to share all of this on social media so we can get us trending on social media at the moment. So the hashtag to use today is CyberFit. There will be some awards that we'll be giving out later on, but you must be using the app to get the award as well. So please use hashtag CyberFit. And finally, a big thank you to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, these events would not happen. And we've got a great relationship with Ingram globally. But I also heard yesterday, I was talking to some of our staff here yesterday, we've got an absolutely fantastic relation with Ingram in the Middle East as well. We've also got a local sponsor here as well, Starlink, and I understand we've got a very, very good relationship with them as well, and I'd like to thank you both for your sponsorship. Unfortunately, our CEO, Sergey Belousov, had a personal emergency today, so he can't be with us. But I've got a really good replacement. I have to say that because he's my boss. He's the most likable guy in Acronis, and I'd like to welcome to the stage Pasha Ershov. Pasha.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning. A little bit of energy, yeah? Good morning. I would like to start with saying thank you to all of you who managed to get here in the morning. And I trust that we will have a good day full of agenda. We'll talk about cyber protection and what it means for you, for your customers, for your partners. And I'm pretty sure most of you know who Acronis is. However, I would like to remind you about the history of our company, where we come from and what we stand for. So Acronis was founded in 2003 in Singapore. Right now we have dual headquarters, one in Singapore, which is our international business headquarters, another one is in Schaffhausen in Switzerland. And the choice of these two countries for hosting our headquarters, it has certain meaning. Both countries are stable, both countries are well developed, and both countries are very protected and secure for its citizens, for businesses, and as we have a mission to provide the best cyber protection for our customers and partners, we believe it's a very good places to have our headquarters. Acronis business is doing very well. We're growing, primarily driving the wave of this new trend of cyber protection and cloud services and other exciting stuff we are going to present today. As a company, we focus on doing business with partners. We believe that the best thing we can deliver to the market is to help partners make profitable business while protecting their customers. And that's what we stand for.
Yeah, so I didn't believe in my lifetime we'd see autonomous vehicles, and they're everywhere today. And Acronis are actually working with some partners to enter the Robo-Race series next year. We have a driverless car, and we also have a car that's driven by a human being. The driverless car is about 4 seconds behind the actual driver car, but with the advent of artificial intelligence, we hope to close the gap on the actual driven car. And I look back at the last 16 years of Acronis. I think back to 2003, where I had my data. I had all my data locally on a laptop at that time. I probably wasn't too concerned about security because my data was local. I probably wasn't too concerned about privacy, again, because my data was local. And things started to change soon after that. I started to use cloud storage, applications, and now our data has exploded and is everywhere. It's on our watches, it's on our phones, it's in our cars, it's even in our washing machines. And that creates unique challenges to protect that data. We're going to see we have already seen a huge explosion of data over the last number of years. And it creates a huge problem for our partners and the end users to protect all of that data and where it resides.
And of course, cyber protection comes with specific challenges that we as IT industry face nowadays. Complexity. It all starts with exponential growth of devices out there that are generating data and are being used by us humans in our lives, in our business. And there is a projection that there would be more than 100 billion of those devices in 5-10 years from now. All of those devices, or absolute majority of those devices, would be interconnected and will generate vast amounts of data. It comes with complexity because most of that devices, more than 90% of those, would be actually not in data centers where you have a proper control, security, and you have professionals dealing with that. But it would be on the edge and as endpoints. And that creates a bigger security challenge, which is well known to us. I don't think I need to put some threatening stories here, because we all know that cyber attacks are happening all the time. Here in the Emirates, during first 6 months of this year, there were more than 200 of cyber security incidents or attacks. It's pervasive, it happens all the time, and of course, as an industry, we need to provide appropriate answer to that. And that answer cannot be too costly. It should be efficient, because again, more data, more devices, more complexity, and it will require absolutely new approaches and new solutions, because we need to control cost and provide cyber protection in a very efficient way.
Yes, and at Acronis, because we've had such an explosion of data over the last number of years, our messaging has had to change. We used to concentrate on safety and accessibility, which was having a copy of your data and having access to that data. But that's no longer relevant these days. We've got to broaden our thinking around data and how we protect that data. And at Acronis, we have 5 vectors of cyber protection. And cyber protection is the merging of data protection and cybersecurity to give you additional layers of protection for your data. Those 5 vectors are safety, which is having a copy of your data, and not only having a copy of your data locally, but also having a copy of your data in another location. Accessibility has also evolved. Accessibility no longer means recovering all of your data. It means recovering the data you want. That can be a single email, a database instance, or it can be a full disaster recovery. Privacy, we all know, is important. Who has your data? What are they doing with it? Do you have control over it? Should they have that data? Authenticity is going to be a key growth area in our market. It's actually proving that data is authentic. If I asked you to take out your mobile phone and prove that a file on it was authentic today, it would be very difficult to do. Data is just very, very fragile. It's just made up of ones and zeros and can be easily modified. And we've seen that with the increase of cyber criminals sending invoices through, changing bank accounts. So data authenticity is going to be key to us going forward. and obviously security. We have ransomware attacks every 14 seconds. 28% of companies will have a data breach in the next 2 years. We have 5 basic needs to consider as well. The common four: air, water, food, and shelter. And we're adding a 5th in there. It's called cyber protection. And why is that important? Well, if any of you have seen the actual Netflix documentary on the Great Hack, you'll understand that a company like Cambridge Analytica can use data to change the course of a country's history. And if you can use the data that's on the internet to change the course of a country's history, then cyber protection is important. And this is a great message for you to bring to your partners and your customers, that cyber protection is on the rise, that we need to be very focused on it. The key benefits of Acronis, of using Acronis: every partner I talk to talks about Acronis being easy to use. It's one of our key features. But more than that, we're also very efficient. You have to manage many workloads, many cloud environments, many mailboxes. You need to have a solution that's efficient, that one person can manage many different things. Security is at our core. It's in our DNA, as we say in Acronis. And we've been reliable for 16 years now, so we've got a proven track record. But also more than that, the Acronis solutions allow you to have control over your data. We're not controlling your data. No third party is controlling your data. You have ultimate control over your data.
As with many other solutions, proper cyber protection is unthinkable without proper integration between technologies and systems and software. And in Acronis, we're committed to ensure that our software, our services, are actually integrated properly in all 5 ways. I will give you a relatively simple example why integration is important. So maybe 10 years ago, definitely 15 years ago, we used one device for making phone calls, and we used another device for getting navigation as we drove in our cars. Nowadays, basically, we get those services in one device, and it's integrated, and it's easy to use, and it provides a lot of advantages to solutions that build on those integrations. So in Acronis, we were doing business integration. That means that our customers can buy and our partners can sell a solution that combines all components for cyber protection. We integrate user interfaces, so it's easy to use, and users actually have a very friendly interface across all, and unified interface across all products. Management integration. When we think about our customers as IT professionals who manage endpoints, who manage protection and security on endpoints, they need to have a very simple way to, for example, to apply policies across all devices. So management integration is critical. Product integration and technology integration is something that basically enables the complete cyber protection, and Acronis is committed to deliver those solutions. We in Acronis believe in knowledge. We believe in innovation. The biggest spend item for the company is research and development. And we focus on filing patents. We have more than 300 of those. And we are focused on developing not only well-known existing robust technologies like any data technology, which is on the market for more than 15 years, which is best in class in the industry, but also we invest heavily into new stuff like blockchain, like artificial intelligence, because we believe the innovation can bring the desired result for our partners and customers.
Yes, and a really good example of our innovation around blockchain is our authenticity product Notary. And this allows you to verify that data has been timestamped and not modified in any way. A lot of use cases that we're seeing around this are, for example, invoices coming into your organization, time-stamped, so that you can actually verify that the actual originator of the invoice has actually sent you that. It hasn't been modified in any way. As I said earlier on, data is easy to manipulate, and therefore a bank account detail on an invoice can be easily modified, and you can send funds to the wrong bank account. So we're using this kind of technology to actually protect our customers further. Another good use case around notary and data authenticity is to verify that your backup hasn't been changed before you recover it. We've seen cases of ransomware where they're actually injecting into the backup, waiting for 6 to 12 months for you to actually go to that backup and actually try to recover it. And they know they've got you when you need to recover your data. Your data is important, it's your reputation. So using that blockchain technology to verify that the data hasn't been modified or the backup hasn't been modified is a unique solution in Acronis that's integrated into our console and is a great value add for your partners. Cybersecurity. At Acronis, the IT industry is really focused on detection and response on this slide. And detection and response are great and were great in the past, but actually we need to do more. We need to do much more going forward. To give you an analogy, if a thief breaks into your house and you detect that he's in your house and you can respond to that, that's fantastic. But it would be much better if you could actually prevent the thief getting into the house in the first place. And in our cybersecurity offerings, we concentrate on the prevention. We also do detection and response, and we'll see some of examples of that later on today. But also you need to consider recovery of data as well, and using forensics these days to look at data, not just at the time you're actually looking at the data itself, but actually what's happening to that data in the background. So for example, if backups are being modified in the background, we're using forensics technology to give you that ammunition, to give you that information to show you what data has been modified. So our cybersecurity messaging is very broad and very considered. So with that, I would like to invite to the stage Cyber Nick, we call him in Acronis. He's probably the most intelligent man I've ever met in my life. Nick Grebenikov. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today, and it's not my first time here and in Dubai. And I know that, guys, you have a lot of very interesting challenges in the region regarding cyber attacks. And so cybersecurity is not just some buzzword, it's a reality for many of security experts in Middle East and here in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai. So let me talk about our technologies, which we have been implementing already for some time, and we are going to launch a new product of Acronis called Acronis CyberProtect, which is really unique offering on the market. And it's about proactive, active, and reactive approach, how to work right now with new, very challenging cyber threats, and what technologies, mix of technologies, we can use to protect against such threats. So first of all, very important to say that we do not believe that traditional backup or traditional security can help anymore, because there are really clear gaps. So if you just use an antivirus, you understand that even the best antiviruses, they can't protect you against the modern threats, because there are targeted attacks, there are attacks where people behind and just a piece of software can be a full protection. The same with backup. Traditional backups are not secure anymore, and bad guys, cyber criminals, try to penetrate not just your data, they try to also encrypt your backup, they try to delete the backups, so you need to have very good self-protection of backup solutions, and you need an integration between backup and antivirus. But just a simple back-to-back integration, it's also not very helpful, because you need to have a synergy between these solutions. If you just put them together at one platform, you will have two agents, two kernel mode drivers, you will have a lot of headaches, a lot of issues, compatibility issues, but you will not get any additional protection. And if you add security tools and management tools, definitely all good things, but all these parts should be integrated. This is why Acronis is launching a solution which have all these pieces together and working really integrated in one product. And this is Acronis CyberProtect. So this is all-in-one solution. When we have many, many parts, the most useful parts, which you can use to install on your endpoint machines and protect your endpoints, servers, and edge devices. So in here, we see 5 stages: identify, protect, detect, response, and recover. of NIST model, and this is functionality of the product. So on identify stage, you see here device discovery and automatic protection, plus vulnerability assessment. So we check your applications installed on endpoint machines, and we can check and say which applications contain some vulnerabilities and classify them by priority. Data protection map, it's about data, not applications. When we look at your data, we can understand which data contains some sensitive information, and we allow you to protect the data easily. On protect stage, we have our own anti-malware protection, but we also support Windows Defender as embedded Windows tool, and we want administrator to be able to manage Windows Defender from Acronis CyberProtect interface and get on all alerts and all notifications from Windows Defender. Backup and disaster recovery as well. On the tech stage, we have additionally hard drive health control. So hard drive health control is the interesting thing, because we are not thinking only about malware as an issue, as a potential issue, because all this is about risk management, right? When we talk about risk, you need to understand all different risk vectors. And it's just a reality that hard drives, over the time, we become less and less stable, and we can predict and say that this specific hard drive will probably fail, or say in 60 days, and it will be a wise idea to replace this hard drive, especially if it's in some server, critical servers for your company or for your customers. Patch management. So patch management, it's a response stage after vulnerability assessment. We found vulnerable applications, and we allow you to automatically apply patches to close the gaps. So it's not so easy to do, and this is why we do it as a continuous process by our Cyber Protection Operations Center. Rescue with boot media, backup and disaster recovery. This is specifically what we are doing for years, what Acronis is about. Like for the last 15 years, it's our best-in-class backup solution with unique capabilities for virtual, physical, mobile devices, and with unique recovery capabilities as well. And remote desktop. So remote desktop is important because we work through managed service providers, and for service providers it's very important to be able easily to fix issues or to understand issues, and for that we've implemented this functionality. You don't need to go to some remote control tools, you just go to Acronis Management Console and you're able to immediately log into your customer's device and fix issues if necessary. And you remember I told you about integration. So this slide is about integration. We've implemented several technologies which highlighted here, which only possible if you have integrated solution. But I will not going to cover this because we will have some information about these integration scenarios in the demo video, which I'm going to show now.
Acronis CyberProtect demo. The dashboard is a single pane of glass with a number of widgets that bring you an ability to see information about security, backup status, vulnerable applications, the history of security alerts, patch installation history, the information about what devices are protected, what devices are discovered, and hard drive health status in one place. A protection plan is a single plan to define all of the set of protection rules for backup, anti-malware protection, URL filtering, vulnerability assessment, and patch management capabilities in one place. If you're a current Acronis backup customer, don't worry. We kept all of the settings to the backup functionality. We added a continuous backup protection option, and this is a unique capability. And only this combination of backup and security can bring such protection to you. When you enable it, you can specify the number of applications which are used by your employees to create value for your organization, or you can define the files and/or folders where these files are located. When files are created by these applications, our product will catch all the changes that were made by these applications in these folders or by the application during the day. And if something bad happened, you can recover files from the backup as additional files without a backup task. It gives a value to having the latest snapshot, so you don't need to fight against threats in real time. Our product allows you to discover new devices using different discovery methods. You can manually add some devices, or you can scan your Active Directory organization structure, and the product will find all the devices in this Active Directory. Or, by using a network scan, discover devices, and after that you can enable and add protection plans immediately to such devices in one click. You can scan all of your systems to find vulnerable applications and manage them by installing updates for them. The patch management and vulnerability assessment are backed up by our Acronis Cyber Protection Operations Centers, which are located in Singapore, in the US, and in Switzerland. Our security analysts work 24/7, and they create vulnerability assessment and patch management records to minimize the work of administrators to protect systems, so our product makes your systems and applications patched and invulnerable. The web-based HTML5 RDP remote connection allows you to connect to the remote machines of your customers, and you can see in this example that Mozilla Firefox version 43 is installed. And immediately after patch installation, Mozilla Firefox will be updated to the latest version, 69. Your hard disk drives in your computer can, over time, be less and less safe, and we use machine learning models to predict the disk failure. We've collected billions of records from different systems, and we can predict which hard drive in your system will potentially fail in the future. We allow you to create protection plans and protect your system against such potential issues, and recommend to replace disks in a specific amount of days or months. Imagine there's a hurricane, and our Cyber Protection Operations Centers will issue a security alert, and you'll be able to run some remediation actions. And in this case, these remediation actions allow you to run and move your servers into the Acronis data centers. And by using our disaster recovery capability, we create a recovery server. When it's over, there's a failback process to take this data from the Acronis data centers back to your location. A backup is a unique source of intelligence, and by scanning backups, we allow administrators to decrease performance impact on your systems. No need to scan thousands of endpoints in real time. Just use a backup copy to scan for viruses at night, so you don't need to scan your endpoints. We are able to find some infected files within backups and solve these problems without your customer's involvement and save your time. We can even generate a whitelist from backups. In the security industry, it is very important to have a great whitelist, because when you have very smart and very sharp detection, you need a whitelist to prevent false positive detections. And we use this unique source of intelligence to create a whitelist and provide more sharp and more advanced heuristics to protect your endpoints.
So in this video, we've tried to highlight the key aspects of the product, backups. Just this morning, I had a good discussion with one on real time, but all the time that they need to recover from backups, they immediately got infected because backup contains viruses. And actually, no one actually cared about these backups before the moment when they need to restore from it. In our case, you allow to scan backups, you allow to make secure restore for backups when we scan in real time all files from these backups. And only such integration is what you need right now to be protected against modern threats. And to be protected, you also need some source of cyber intelligence. And this is what on the screen, it's specifically which, if you work with some security company, you are aware about this, but in our case, we try to make it in one step higher, up. And this is Cyber Protection Operations Center. It's not an old-style virus lab. It's really a cyber protection operation. Then we have people locating, in our case, in 3 locations, in Singapore, Switzerland, which is Pasha already explained why, and the US, which cover 24/7 work, follow the sun approach. And they create intelligence for our products. But not only virus intelligence, malware intelligence, they also cover some interesting data feeds about, for example, hurricanes. And if there is a hurricane coming, it actually will be a wise decision to make backup of your data or start disaster recovery operation and enable your Exchange server in the cloud, maybe in Acronis cloud. And when hurricane is gone, you will just make a failback process, and got your data back to your original location, your data center. So let's have a 1-minute video about our Cyber Protection Operations Center work.
Hi, and welcome to Acronis Cyber Protection Operations Center. This is where we track modern cyber attacks in real time to protect our customers. Every day, we block thousands of ransomware attacks worldwide. For that, we use artificial intelligence and machine learning to detect ransomware behavior. Thanks to our technologies and infrastructure, we are able to catch zero-day threats, epidemics, and malware trends straight away. Our machine learning model is constantly evolving, and users get daily updates, which increase efficiency and our software protection level more and more. In case of sophisticated threats, Our team of experts are ready to jump in and do manual analysis of a malicious code. Ransomware is run in the safe environment, analyzed by malware analysts, and if needed, heuristics are updated so products can successfully detect and stop the threat. Based on our discoveries, we not only update our detection heuristics, but create whitelisting rules, improve vulnerability assessment, and performance of our products. Our cyber analysts work 24/7 out of 3 centers around the globe, in Singapore, US, and Switzerland.
So, we have experts from different companies. So we have expertise in backup, we have experience in cybersecurity. We've just calculated we have about 300 man-years of cybersecurity experience of people from Symantec, McAfee, other security companies. And this is the reason why Acronis was able to create products, which is already in our current solution, Cyber Backup 12.5 and Acronis Cyber Cloud, which if they would have been installed with our product, these cases would not happen at all. So these recent attacks on Baltimore, Texas, Wisconsin, and the United States, then despite of all these investments in cybersecurity, billions of investments, all such successful attacks is still happening, and every month you will see news about such cases happening. And this is why technology leadership is so important, and only integrated solution like Acronis Cyber Protect can help in these cases and protect customers against such disasters. And just another illustration of the work of our analysts is on the next slide. This is a ransomware simulator created by Kevin Mitnick. Do you know who is Kevin Mitnick? Kevin Mitnick is one of the well-known hacker, right? And he's working in a company called KnowBe4 for now. They do different things, education of people, but also they have some simulators. And this simulator is quite unique. It's 16 different cases, but very, very advanced cases. It's not just 16 ransomware which use the same technique. It's very complex, and the results of our product is one of the best. You can download this tool right now and run against your antivirus product, against your backup product, you will see the result. Believe me, most of the tools we have worse result compared to what you see on the screen right now. And this is why we believe that Acronis Cyber Protect is the only system software which you need starting from next year to be on your computers. You don't need old-style backup. You don't need old-style antivirus. You don't need DLP solutions. You don't need patch management. All what you need is Acronis Cyber Protect. And this is why we're here, and we think that we want you to be on our side and to use this product and to sell this product to your customers, and we will be happy to support you with that. Thank you.
Probably the most exciting innovation that Acronis is launching on the market, and it's a real response to modern threats with convergence of data protection technologies and cybersecurity. So next thing we're launching actually is not that new. Acronis Cyber Infrastructure is a solution that Acronis uses itself in our own data centers. So we use that technology, and we developed that technology for many years already with idea to provide a very efficient software-defined infrastructure that does compute, networking, and storage. Right now, feeling that this solution is very mature, it helps us to stay very competitive with our with our software and our cloud services, we believe it's the right time for our partners and for our customers to get that solution and use it in their data centers, in their infrastructure. It's built with thinking about the scenarios that we are supporting, data storage, and it's built with the assumption that our partners will not need a lot of efforts, will not need a lot of training to start using it. So it's easy to use, it's of course cost efficient, we constantly monitor our costs, and we check with like big hyperscaler providers like Microsoft and Amazon, and for our workloads we're much more efficient than they are. Of course, it's built with security to being in the middle of everything. It is reliable, it's proven, used in our data centers and in data centers of our partners, and it's universal. So I would like to invite Vasily on stage to demonstrate this solution. Vasily.
Thank you, Pasha. Yeah, because we are protecting workload, each workload needs some infrastructure to be at the back end of this workload. Without infrastructure, you can't actually store your data or to use any compute power to act as a disaster recovery solution. And this is what Acronis cyber infrastructure is about. I will share very brief what components inside Acronis cyber infrastructure do we have. First of all, this is virtualization engine. We include hypervisor inside our product to, first of all, give you ability to run your business application on the top of infrastructure, or to use this virtualization for disaster recovery. So in case if you lose your primary infrastructure, you can use virtualization inside infrastructure from Acronis to run your business application. Second, we have software-defined network inside this virtualization engine, just to give ability for virtual machine to connect to each other or to connect to the rest of the world. Of course, we have storage inside our cyber infrastructure, because all backups from your products, from your customers, from your partners should be stored inside our storage. And we do use this storage inside our data centers. Of course, we have very comprehensive management and monitoring capabilities, because you need to get to know what is happening with your hardware, with your systems. And of course, we do support high availability, because this is in DNA of our product, because we do support, we can survive from any outage from hardware, from disk, from network, and so on. And this is what we are doing by design to provide HA. And why our service provider should care about this product? Because in case if you are using cyber infrastructure from Acronis, you will not lose any data which is stored inside our storage. The second, we have very flexible licensing, so you can use per capacity or per node model to use our product. And you can install this software on any hardware service that you can buy from the market, or you can get hardware from the Acronis. And because we are using this product inside our data center, we know for sure that it scales a lot. You can store hundreds of petabytes of data in your own data centers, as we do in Acronis. And of course, you will have control over your data, because we have role-based access. And on this part, I would like to show you just single scenario from Acronis Cyber Infrastructure, how we have integration with backup and disaster recovery solution. Okay, so we have our own appliances for our customers, and you can actually see this appliance inside demo area. You can go there after keynote session to speak with our team and to see, to touch this appliance. This appliance should be installed in on-premises location of your end users. It has LCD screen which show you a registration code which your end user will share with service providers. Service providers will log in to CyberCloud console. Let's log in here and find out this customer who has this appliance and go to management console of this customer. Then it will find out appliance tab and put registration token inside this appliance tab and find out that this appliance up and running, it has connectivity to the CyberCloud, and service provider can register this appliance on behalf of end user. During registration, service provider will fill all necessary information like appliance name, IP addresses, password to have management after that. Also, it will be possible to update software inside appliance to the latest version to be sure that everything will be in place. Then, when appliance is registered, you can see that in appliance tab, this appliance appear as a healthy and with connection. Let's switch to the service console, how to use this appliance when it's registered. This service console, when you can manage your backup and disaster recovery. Yes, let's double check this appliance is here. Yeah, we have this appliance as a location. You can see this history of connectivity with this appliance in place. You can double check everything, every hardware specification, configuration of this appliance, and you even can see actual usage inside this appliance for backup data or for virtual machine data. Moreover, you can do remote management of this appliance just from web interface of CyberCloud console. You just need to click Manage inside CyberCloud web interface, and you will see user interface of cyber infrastructure located inside this appliance and installed somewhere else. Yeah, this is dashboard of cyber infrastructure console. Okay, let's use this. We set up this protection and we are starting this recovery server on the appliance in case if primary infrastructure failed. As you can see, this recovery server is in place, and let's do failover of this. Okay, and we can pick different failover points. We will choose the latest one to bring this version to the console of this virtual machine of recovery service on the appliance. Just clicking on open web console to this virtual machine, and as you can see, this Windows operation system is up and running. We can connect and manage your server that was recovered from backup. Yeah, this is here. So this is just one scenario that I show you. We can show you much more scenario on demo area. Please join and talk with our team, with our people, and we will share you much more scenarios about Acronis Cyber Infrastructure. Also, I invite you to dedicate a session of Acronis Cyber Infrastructure today at the evening, led by me. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thanks, Vasily. Cheers for that. And what we're doing is we're opening up our APIs, but we're also providing you with software development kits to be able to provide your own services on our platform. Why is that important? You can offer integrations in your own channel for Acronis services, using all the actual Acronis services that we have today. And if you're an MSP, you can actually develop your own services using the SD. You can build all of those kind of solutions within our platform today. Another example is a doctor's office where they're sharing medical information. You can use our Files Cloud solution to be able to share the documentation, store it in the cloud, but also notarize it and track who's made changes to the document as well. In essence, you're opening up a massive channel of service providers that you can resell your solutions to. So to give us a demo on that, we've got Stas Pavlov coming up to give us a demo. Welcome to the stage, Stas.
Morning. So let me give you a quick overview what is the cyber platform is. So in reality, it consists of a number of components. Of course, most important one is APIs and SDKs. And we are announced this year and started to open these APIs and SDKs for use. It is totally different APIs and SDKs which can be used starting from end user, MSPs, SPs, and ISVs, as Ronan told, to extend, integrate, and customize Acronis solution. When you developing your solution based on Acronis cyber platform, you need documentation. We created it for you. Of course, we need a support, so we created a real dedicated team for that to support your motion with the cyber platform. And as Ronan as well mentioned, we have an ecosystem, a lot of it is yours. It is a lot of end customers, partners, resellers, distries, which became a part of the Acronis cyber platform. And the last but not least, developer portal. Because all developers need developer portals, we know about that. And even in this portal, you can find interactive documentation with how to good tutorial for the real good examples how you can start to utilize available now API. Because we are continuing to open this API. If you want to know more, just go to the booth and the session from Ronan today after the keynote. As well, we published fully functional code on GitHub on MIT licenses. It means that you can pull this code and develop your own solution using our real production-ready code. As soon as you register on developer portal, you can start to use our sandbox for free to develop your solution. And as well, if you have additional questions, you can go to our forum and ask questions, and our specialist, me, and other guy from dedicated team will answer you. So let's look how great integration will look like, especially integration which was mentioned by Ronan. It means third-party integration, which developed by ISV and deeply integrated into the platform. So you can see, just let's create customer. We are small SP and manually manage it. It's a kind of law firm. So, and as soon as we create it, we start to create, we see, let's say, normal Acronis cyber protection services, additional notary and file services, and data loss prevention. It is an example. It is what we want to see in the future of the third-party deeply integrated services. You can see it just as a looks and feel like the normal Acronis services. So, and the next, we can configure it here just from our management console, data loss prevention. So let's set endpoints protected for 10 gigs for soft quota, and let's say use unlimited usage and bill them from usage. Save and go. So finally we have this client created, so now we need to start to protect. Let's go to manage services. So currently, because it's new users, there are no protections, so we need to create protection plan. Up. Well, yeah, we need to create protection plan. So let's do it. It's a normal cyber protection plan, which you, as well cyber protection, you can see demo, and you can see that, let's rename it, because we need to have a protection, so let's name it default protection plan. Protect all the stuff by default. And what we see, data loss prevention plugin from third-party vendor available here, and we can even configure it. Because we low firm, we want to have a maximum protection, so just enable all of this. So let's have done, and finally create the plan. So now we have it created, and the main question after that, if you are a developer or integrator or partner, how many effort I need to have this, let's say, Acronis-like interface? And the answer we already here. We are creating a UI kit for you, which we have been using for years inside Acronis to create our interface. And it is how it looks like you to create this simple setting interface. Really, let's say, not less than maybe 15 lines of code. So it's really cool. I just want to remind you, if you want to know more, because we have a lot of APIs, we continuously opening it, just go to our booth and go to the Ronan session 2 + 2 = 5, which is just directly after lunch. Thank you.
Thank you, Stas. Of Acronis, existing service providers can leverage that to make really unique. In the center of what we do in Acronis in cloud, Acronis Cyber Cloud is the platform that was developed or started to be developed several years ago. We continuously invest into more and more capabilities and features in that, and we do that all with service provider thinking in the center of everything there is in the platform. First of all, we know that to be successful with thousands, literally thousands of partners whom we have, the platform is truly multi-tenant and multi-tier that enables different commercial models and enables that universe of partners. It's automation platform for provisioning and billing, of course, something that service providers do not want to deal with in manual way, and we provide those capabilities right out of the platform. Capabilities to make audit and quotas, and one more feature that is exciting for many of our partners who invested a lot into their brands. Its ability to provide services that are white labeled. So if you are a company that invested a lot into building your brand and you are very successful in a particular market, you can actually start provisioning cyber protection services powered by Acronis, but under your brand. That's a very good way. And of course, service providers, our partners, do that profitably. And we try to build a system in a way that it's easy to create bundles, it's easy to create upsell scenarios, and help to grow the business for our partners. I would like to invite on stage Victor, who will do a little demo of our Cyber Cloud.
Thank you, Pavel. Hello, everyone. So, Acronis Cyber Cloud is a suite of cyber protection services. It includes Acronis Cyber Backup, Acronis Cyber Backup Advanced, Acronis Disaster Recovery Cloud, Acronis Cyber Files, and Acronis Cyber Notary. That's all managed all from one centralized user interface, and you can sell these product solutions to your customers. Acronis Cyber Cloud was designed specifically for service providers. It's multi-tenant, multi-tier, cloud-based solution with flexible deployment options. You can use Acronis data centers, you can use your own data centers, public clouds. We have flexible pay-as-you-go model for our partners. And we built, and our partners also built a lot of integrations with most popular billing automation, remote monitoring and management, infrastructure as a service, and other solutions. And these integrations are available for you out of the box, so you can use them. As Pasha mentioned, you can fully white label this solution and sell it under your own brand. And now let me highlight just few out of more than 40 features that we added in the recently released Acronis Cyber Cloud version 8. In this release, we made substantial improvements in our core cyber protection services, backup and disaster recovery. And to help you to sell these new features, we implemented new edition-based licensing model. So on the screen, you can see 3 editions for backup and disaster recovery. First is the standard edition. It includes all features from the previous release, plus number of features we added in the new version. Advanced editions includes all features from the standard one, plus advanced features for managing large environments, for managing more workloads, enterprise ones, such as, for example, Oracle database backup or SAP HANA backup, and also many other improvements. Third edition is disaster recovery edition that includes all features from the advanced plus disaster recovery service. You can offer this edition to your partners and to your customers. Another feature I would like to highlight is 2FA. So in this list, you can see list of users, and 2FA is not enabled for some of them. So let's enable it for one of the users. For this, we are logging out and logging in back. At this point, we would need the OTP Authenticator app. You can use the app from Google or Microsoft. They can be downloaded from Google Play or App Store. And you can install it, scan the QR code, and you will get the authentication code that you can use to log into our management console. And in this management console, you can manage your partners, your customers, and you can manage services for your customers. So to do this, let's jump into the service console. And so we are jumping now into the service console where you can manage service for your customers. And what I would like to show you here is that we now support a new version, replication to multiple locations. Before we supported local backups with replication to cloud. With the new version, you can replicate to up to 5 different locations. So let's create a backup job, and you see we can back up locally to network devices, to cloud storage, to appliances, and we can configure different retention rules for every destination. So you can say save backups for 7 months in the cloud and 1 week locally. And in our Acronis Cyber Backup, we support backup of multiple workloads. We support physical and virtual machines, mobile application devices, different applications, cloud services, such as Office or G Suite. And let me show an example of Office 365, how easy it is to do backup and recovery in our solution. So to configure backup for Office, you just need to provide access to your Office 365 account. And after that, we will load all users from your account into our console, and you can configure backup policies for them. And we have group backup policies that you can apply. The group policies are applied to all newly added accounts automatically. So when you hire, say, new employee, you don't need to configure backup for him manually. It will be done automatically. And let's see how easy it is to recover and how many options we have. You can see the content of messages. You can download attachments, download emails. You can send them over email. You can recover them back to the original location or to another group. You can recover entire mailbox. So we give you full flexibility and full access to your data. Of course, in our Acronis Cyber Cloud, we have not only backup, but other cyber protection services as well. I do not have right now time to show you all the services here on the stage, but we have demonstrations outside. Please visit them, and we will show you all our services, show you more advanced scenarios, and we'll be happy to discuss with you your cases. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. And it's not easy to provide services that our customers can buy from us or from our business in the space of cyber protection, and making sure that everything is deployed and done properly. We're also working with ISVs, helping them to integrate with our platform and helping them to deliver cyber protection capabilities within there. We do a lot of innovation there. We do a lot of research there, because nowadays cyber protection, cyber security is unthinkable without using those technologies. And of course, we support our partners with specific dedicated services for blockchain and other services, products that we have. Acronis was one of the pioneer companies that enabled backup services or backup software for endpoints. It was 15 years ago. And I think Acronis is the company to say now that backup is dead. There's no safe and secure and protected way to use backup software. So now we are looking at the solutions that there are in the market, and they are not providing a proper cyber protection. That's why we are building our offerings, our software, our services around all 5 vectors of cyber protection. Safety, make sure that your data is safe. Accessibility, your data, your information, you need to have access to that anytime and from any place. Privacy, you need to control who and how has an access to your data. Authenticity, you need to make sure the data is authentic, that no bad guy is actually changing that somewhere in background to confuse you or to exploit you. And of course, security. So convergence of data protection technologies, which is traditional backup and disaster recovery, and cybersecurity solution, creates this new, complete new category of cyber protection, and Acronis is committed to leading that. Doing that, we basically introduce some of key advantages to our partners and customers. We're developing solutions that can reduce your total cost of ownership. We actually track that very attentively internally, and we want to provide most effective, most efficient software and services in terms of total cost of ownership. It should be easy to use it, because of course there are many sophisticated offerings on the market, but they are difficult to use. They require a lot of, let's say, IT professionals to have them enabled. Acronis is committed to provide really, really easy to use solutions. Reliable, of course, you don't want backup and disaster recovery and your security to work. You want them to restore data if it's lost. You want your security to prevent attacks, and even in case those attacks come through, you want to restore and make forensic research. Full control. We are not suggesting and we are not forcing our customers and partners which way they use the data and how they store it, because we believe that customers should have full control on their data, and of course we all do with security as part of our DNA.
So, as Pasha said earlier on, knowledge is at the heart of what Acronis does. We believe that with knowledge, you make better decisions. And Acronis have started the Cyber Foundation, and Recently, we started to build schools. Most recently, we built one in Nepal. We had 20 employees from all over the world travel to Nepal and lay the foundations for a school there. We've built them all over the world: Myanmar, Cambodia, Bhutan, several different places. We're engaging with our partners. We're bringing our partners next year to help build these schools all over the world. And it's a life-changing experience. I can assure you, the people that we've met that came back in Acronis have come back changed people, and it puts everything into perspective. These are very, very poor communities. Initiative in the US is working with inmates to train them to become cyber professionals potentially, but obviously introducing IT skills to those people, and working with veterans in the US as well. And more recently, teaming up with the Schaffhausen Institute to work with educating migrants. And there's much more books and courses on AI that we're trying to spread knowledge around the world.
And to build on that, I would like to invite all of our partners to join Cyber Foundation movement, because this is something good we can bring to the society and to our people.
Yeah, it's a good cause. Yes, and we have. Sorry, Pasha, can you go on to the next slide? We've got 49 sports partnerships around the world, and we're very proud of these partnerships. We've got Man City here later on today. The CTO of Man City is here later on today. Very, very interesting to listen to these people talk about their roles and how different it is, and how Acronis helps them. And these are sports that actually, in Formula One, that has 1/10 of a second is a huge amount of time. In football, if you can get a competitive edge, and we truly believe that we are giving these teams, Boston Red Sox, Manchester City, Arsenal, Rocket Williams, we're giving them a competitive edge in the technology that we give them. These technologies include backup, storage, disaster recovery, all our cyber platform packages today. And where we provide that competitive advantage is giving these solutions to them so that they can actually recover data very quickly, use our file sync and share solutions to share data, but also protect them using cybersecurity services, using Notary in their supply chain to make sure that data that's coming in from their supply chain is authentic. And you can imagine with somebody like Williams, for example, that they get a lot of data in from their supply chains, a lot of part numbers, a lot of CAD drawings, etc. And using Notary to protect them in that situation is very, very important. AI, as we all know, is fast becoming very, very important in everything we do. And we're working with football teams to look at optical character recognition, look at how people kick a ball. We've got a great slide on Andre Pirlo kicking a ball, the angle of his foot, how it contacts the ball, how much spin he imparts. Using all of these technologies to get a competitive advantage, looking at tactics on the field where players are actually getting tired, for example. If you can tell that somebody's getting tired before they actually know they're tired, then that's going to be a competitive advantage. But also assisting teams on tactics, what tactics are happening during the game. We don't want to replace the human being, we just want to give them better information, better knowledge, which is at the heart of what Acronis does. So that's our lot for this morning. The revolution is here, guys. We're launching a lot of new products, and we truly believe that these products will make a difference. I truly believe they do. I've seen people look at all of these products, whether it's our infrastructure product, our cyber cloud, our cyber platform. These products are transcending the industry. We're completely different than any other vendor out there. We've got a broad message. We've got a great cloud platform. We can make a difference to your business. We can grow your business. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun along the way as well. So thank you very, very much for this morning. We really, really appreciate it. Pasha, do you want to say any final words?
Yep. Well, thank you for joining us today. I would like to thank our partners for doing business with us. There is a lot of opportunities ahead of us as we work on providing cyber protection solutions to our customers. And to our customers, I like to say, okay, check out what innovation from Acronis can do for you, and eventually spend a good day here in Abu Dhabi learning things about cyber protection. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Well, Just a bit of housekeeping for me to finish up. Just on the app, please review each individual session. Please give us your feedback so we can actually create better events in the future. It's really, really important to us. We've got a 15-minute coffee break now. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, so if you could come back here between 15 and 20 minutes from now, we'll start the next session, which is the Schaffhausen Institute. So thank you very much for your time, everybody. Thank you.